This is RadioFire.com. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here. Thank you for joining me, and welcome back to the show. Of course, we are at Radio and Fire Studios, the newsroom here in Baltimore, Maryland. So, the thing that is really having people riled up right now, at least in the state of Georgia, really across the country, has been abortion law and the attack on a woman's right to choose. Some people do not believe that women have the right to choose what happens with their bodies. So we're going to talk about that today. Of course, Alyssa Milano at the forefront of a social media debate that's going on. But where did it start? Earlier this week, the state of Georgia, they really put into play a law that has a lot of people nervous. This week, Georgia became the 5th state to ban abortion at 6 weeks after a last menstrual period, before many people even realize that they are pregnant. Now, its ban goes further than others because it criminalizes doctors and others who help induce abortions, as well as making those who are pregnant potentially liable for murder if they prompt a pregnancy loss. They could even be liable if they go to another state. Some people were saying, okay, well, I'm just going to have to make a move if I'm in Georgia and go somewhere else. You're still going to be held liable if you go somewhere else. 2 days ago, Alabama postponed a vote on what could be the country's most restrictive abortion ban, even more restrictive than the one that Georgia is doing. So that's where things are headed in regards to abortion. A lot of people nervous. I believe in a woman's right to choose. I do. But I also believe that at a certain point, you should not be having an abortion. So how can you believe both points? I'm in the center on this. So while I think that 6 weeks is too soon to have this ban, the ban should happen at some point. You should not be able to have an abortion. Women should not be forced to have babies if they don't want to, but at the same time, you should not be making moves that produce children if you don't want to have a child. So it's tricky. It's tricky. So what happened is that Alyssa Milano has called for women to launch a sex strike. A sex strike. She very outspoken young lady. So she had some interesting comments. She said this: our reproductive rights are being erased. Until women have legal control over our own bodies, we just cannot risk pregnancy. So women have control, and women have control. But at the same time, you have to have rules and regulations. We cannot just be all free willy-nilly out here. We need to regulate things at a point. So Milano's proposed sex strike was meant to unite women in protesting against the restrictive new abortion legislation. That's what she was trying to do, unite women. Do you think women want to stop having sex? I think not. And is all women, are women just a something to just have sex on? That's the only bargaining chip that women have? I think not. And I don't know if that's what she was going at, but that's what it seems like she's trying to say. That's what it seems like she's saying. So sometimes, I mean, she's an activist. She's an actress too. So there's a big degree of performance that happens every time she turns around. So let's continue with what else she said. So she also said, join me by not having sex until we get body autonomy back. She said, I'm calling for a sex strike. A sex strike. That's what she's calling for. Not really feeling that. Not really feeling that. Now, of course, she's a pro-choice advocate, as you can see. And she said this week that she would be boycotting the state of Georgia after the governor signed what's called the heartbeat bill. The heartbeat bill. So, and we said this, so this bill would ban abortions when a fetal heartbeat is detected. Now, at the point where this fetal heartbeat is detected, they're saying it is at 6 weeks. Now, at 6 weeks, the fetus does not actually have a heart. None of the organs have been developed, but there's noise. There's noise. And so she also continued, and this is Miss Milano. She has 2 children, by the way. Miss Milano said that she has a show on Netflix, which is called Insatiable. And if Insatiable continues to film in Georgia, she will not return for a 3rd season. Now, as of this time, 3 companies have also said that they're going to boycott filming in the state of Georgia. Ooh, I'm sure that really scares people. We have to find a better way to combat this. And with the 2 additional conservatives on the Supreme Court, this is getting dicey for people that, are worried about them reversing Roe versus Wade, of course, which is the abortion legislation. I don't think that things are going to go back to the point where you had the coat, the wire hanger in the alley type of demonstration. But the abortion debate has heated up once again. It's always something that's out there. There's always something that's out there. So we're gonna see about that. But a sex ban, Miss Alyssa Milano, sex ban, not the way to go. Not the way to go. For her to be a Me Too advocate, she's real heavy on the Me Too fights. I'm just surprised that she would take this course. She's calling for women to stop having sex in order to protect their vaginas and stop men from trying to legislate them. How on one hand can we talk about Me Too and not looking at women as sex objects, but then on the other hand, when an abortion law doesn't go the way that you want it to go in a certain state, you want to withhold sex? Is that not hypocritical? Is it me? Am I crazy? Or is she crazy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Dom and K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, hit the like button, subscribe button, share button. All of that stuff really helps the show. And you can support Radio on Fire with donations at radioonfire.com/join. I'll be back tomorrow and we will talk about this further.